Okay, this is how we're going to begin. First, we're going to begin with the one-horse open sleigh, and I'm going to have to walk away from my computer for a second, if you don't mind. My internet is down, but my mind is quite connected. And the very important thing about the internet is when they told me when you're reinserting the internet, there's three things you have to remember when reinserting the internet. By the way, I'm with Bell. My service is horrible. But at least the people show up on time and what they say on the phone is true. But the rest of the system sucks. Unless it's just me, so I shouldn't say a word and I'm all wrong and it's a great system. Let me go on. In the back, you get the plug on one end, power cable on one end, telephone on the other end. Take away any one of these two, there's nothing that's going to work. In between, you go hook up to what these two create. A and E on one side, A and E on this side, because I need my own power supply, my own light. The one-horse open sleigh, well, it's very easily. Here's my one horse, right? And here's my sleigh. Isn't this the way the sleigh would, eh? It took me one horse or a horseshoe. Okay, when you work with tools that Jesus used, Jesus was a builder, so you have to understand what he uses in tools and the terminology they would use in tools. He was a builder. Was he a plumber? Did he have plumbing tools for the houses? Was he an electrician? Or was he just a builder? And in what ways did he perform the horse on a one-horse open sleigh? When it is coming out of a well, you take the well bar and you turn it, and the rope comes up to the top. Okay? Now my phone is ringing, but I cannot answer because I'm busy doing this video. So the one-horse open sleigh would be this box leaning on this horse. Two on the outside to fit one on the inside. At the same time, you can say other things about the one-horse open sleigh, if you wish to say, is you can put wheels on this. If you would put wheels on this and your horse over here would be at the racetrack, they'd call it sulky running. The basis of time in sulky running that I know across North America at this present time is 1/5 of a second for the A and E connection on your one-horse open sleigh. The other thing I want to mention is because of opera. Okay, now this is not coming in this color, so we're going to fix the color. Okay, this is opera. Now if you take a look at opera, at certain places on opera, it shows you half an O instead of the whole O. Once it shows me half the O instead of the whole O, imagine if Aleph was a complete cycle that cannot be broken. So the only thing you do is you horse collar one side and the other side, and you put your magnets together to distort the incoming and then to have the same flow, the high and the low blood pressure on the outgoing. Having this one above and this one below keeps the horse and your magnets working on each side. Working on each side, we number 9, 5, and 1 in the center. The distortion areas over here between 9, 5, and 1 is 3 and 7, and this is where the tail of Nibiru comes in. If it's the Aleph letter, okay, it's got to be the Aleph letter this way. This one, 1, 5, 9, crossing instead of 9, 5, 1, in which is 2, 4, 8. Where do they put the horse collar? Does it go on the thyroid gland and it hooks onto the back of the neck this way, or is it this way? Well, if you think again and you look to Frankenstein, he had his two bolts over here. So did he have it this way, the bolts? No, they were here. So where did the magnets be? I can only bring you to the water. The imagination and perception is all your own. And even entitled in this design. All I did in this design, because I used 4 rows, I automatically had an opening to where I get a 1 above and a 1 below because it's a central box between 3. You cannot put 1 in the center and 3 because that would be 1.5 away from any area. And everything is divided by 1.5. If you want to think that 360 degrees is everything, it is a total that we do know, but it's not 360 degrees that makes the reality. It's 540 degrees that make 2 realities, is 1080 plus the 360 that it started to turn the whole reality. This is your first 360. The center that cannot be broken, or the center that is used as the passage, that is a use center area space, which is number 8 by 4, 8 plus 4, 32, and 12. And the reason for 12 is because A and B comes together as C. The earrings are your C on your A and B. You cannot bring A and B away from each other. AB creates O. AB creates U because it becomes letter 12 and 21, L and U, which brings you to the year 1221 or 2012, equaling to 32 is another doorway. Now, every single number is going to tell a different story. So if you see me talking about different stories with different numbers, is because if you tell me number 6 and we're talking about men in the moon, well, that's going to be related to the men in the moon and the people who see the men in the moon. But if you tell me about number 6 and we're in a boat, I'm going to think about the fish because it starts with the letter FI, FI. Remember one thing, that R and I are very funny because they show up in third, okay, as I and R together. And in numbers, okay, they become 63 and 36 together, in which either or the other way, 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, will bring you up to 9, 18, 27, 36. We'll double up to have replica side 72 times 5, 360 degrees. Again, times 72 will bring it to the Mayan count of 25,920. Now, when you take 25,920 and you divide it by 3, you have 8,640. Is that correct? 8640. 3 by 8 is 24,000. 3 by 6 is 18. Yeah, 86. If you divide it by 2, you have 12,460. So you end up with the same 460, 640. This is an 8 and 12. Which becomes the easy street, Dragon Ball Z, the arm, the ham of Brazil, because this magnet that I was showing you on the other page actually shows up on the nose of Brazil. Then we're going to have to go to reboot and start talking about the characters and what they did in the primary reboot, and go on to the secondary reboot, exchanging between French, English, and Spanish to begin with, of sounds and how you write the letters, and then moving on to other languages. At the same time, we will divide this by 5 and continuous until we get the whole reality of what whole numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 can get, and not point numbers, because the minute you mention a point of any other number other than its own will be the duplicate of the number. Give me any number. 3, fine. Okay? Now give me all the points inside of 3, and you're going to get the 3.3. Bingo, you've duplicated it. You can no longer touch 3. It's 3 and it's all of 3. Whatever 3 is, it's from 3 all the way to 4, and it's from 4 all the way to 5, and it's in between. Raphael 7286 at 7:47 in the video. Thank you for this updated video on the time I'm trying to fix my connection with the man in the sky. Thank you.